What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here and you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you like this video, make sure you leave a comment, make sure you subscribe, and keep rocking with me. Also, guys, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel that you love so much. And shout out to everyone who bought me coffee so far. The second link is to shop the official Symone with the Sports merch collection. Get you the classic tee, the wavy tee, or the brand new Jalen Make It Hurts tee since the season's about to start. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and shop that tee. The last link is to subscribe to our podcast, Tough Calls, where me and Dylan have some of your favorite sports analysts, reporters, former and current hosts, and athletes chop it up with us on the podcast. So guys, let's get right into this video today. First of all, I know I said I was going to do Eagles, Sixers, but obviously the Eagles have a lot more going on right now, of course, than the Sixers. But fear not, we're still going to have the Sixers content, and I figure since the draft is tomorrow, I might as well wait until the draft to do Sixers content, obviously post-draft Sixers content. So I'll do Sixers tomorrow when it comes to the draft, but today is all about the Eagles and training camp. So I watched a lot of the coverage from training camp. I was sitting in on all of the press conferences. So I wrote down all of my takeaways. I had a lot of exciting takeaways and it's a lot of things that we need to talk about. So let's get right into it. The first thing of note, in my opinion, was Jalen Hurts having a powwow with the wide receivers after training camp. That was huge to me because it just shows that he's just obviously sitting in that leadership role and he's commanding so much respect from the young wide receivers that we have, and they all powwowed around Jalen, and he was asked about it in the press conference, and he said, you know, he wants to be a leader. He wants to make sure everybody's going to be on the same page all season, and it just makes me so excited to see Jalen commanding so much respect. Still following the topic of Jalen Hurts, Jalen was asked about Joe Flacco, how Joe Flacco and his relationship was going, and he said Joe Flacco is a great leader. He's learning a lot from Flacco, obviously a Super Bowl MVP, and Flacco has been really slowing the game down for him. And Flacco and Jalen Hurts are guys with two different strengths. Jalen Hurts, a dual threat. Joe Flacco, a real pass-heavy quarterback. So Jalen Hurts can learn from whatever Jalen Hurts can learn from Joe Flacco will be incredible, especially for a lot of you guys who don't have as much confidence in Jalen Hurts' arm. I don't know why, but Joe Flacco was a guy that was a good game manager and won games with his arm. Jalen Hurts. So Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman were at the press conference, and Howie Roseman being at the press conference with Nick Sirianni was a red flag to some people because some people were saying Howie Roseman was trying to be controlling, have his hand in everything, boom, boom, boom. But really, I think it's because the Eagles staff knew that the reporters were going to ask about Deshaun Watson, and of course they did. They asked Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni, were they looking at any quarterbacks? They've been linked with a lot of quarterbacks. Howie Roseman said the reason why they're linked, of course, is because people assume the Eagles have the most draft capital, which we do, that if anybody's going to be able to give Houston what they want, it's going to be the Eagles. But he said the general response, they're interested in any talent at any position, boom, 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 boom. Nothing red flag there. What is annoying and starting to get a red flag is them still not naming Jalen Hurts the starting quarterback, even though we already know he is. He worked out with the group, starting group today at practice, the number ones. So go ahead. Why are we beating around the bush while we playing this game? Just go ahead and say Jalen Hurts is the starter. We already know he is. Nick Sirianni is talking about, oh, we'll know week 1 versus the Falcons. Bull crap. Why are y'all playing this game? It's childish. It's petty. We already know Jalen Hurts is QB1. Go ahead and stamp it and go ahead and say it. Like, why are you not saying it? When Jalen Hurts was asked about not being named quarterback 1, he said his usual rinse due regardless. I'm gonna do the best of me. Boom, 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 boom. They asked the media about Zach Ertz. They said it's likely Zach Ertz will be on the roster week 1. And of course, Nick Sirianni was asked about having Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert out on the field at the same time, and he said, of course, you know, that's a set that will confuse defenses. It makes it really tough for defenses, the 12-man personnel. So, of course, you know, if Zach Ertz is on the roster, we definitely want to see Ertz and Goddard out there at the same time. And Jalen Hurts was asked about that as well. And Jalen Hurts said, of course, I would love to have Zach Ertz on the roster. Him and Dallas Goedert are two very good tight ends. When it comes to Jalen Reagor and Quez Watkins, the second-year rookies, neither one of them performed today. Neither one of them practiced. Both of those guys were out for minor reasons. Landon Dickerson as well did not work out. But Milton Williams did work out at defensive end behind Brandon Graham. So that is really interesting. Milton Williams getting it in day one right behind Brandon Graham. So that is definitely interesting to watch out for. And also, to some of you guys' excitement, Brandon Graham did say that he wants to win another Super Bowl. That's, of course, like, duh, like everybody wants to win. But when you hear veterans who are, like, close to the end of their career talk about wanting to win another Super Bowl, that definitely gets people fired up. That definitely gets the team fired up, knowing what the goal is. Not just to win 11 games, not to win 10 games, it's to win it all. So I definitely loved hearing Brandon Graham talk about that. Another thing that was to note, Devonta Smith asking Darius Slay for pointers. He said that he talks to Darius Slay at the end of practices, asking Darius Slay what he can do to get better. I love that energy from Devonta Smith, asking one of the best cornerbacks in the league and one of the best, going to go down as a top 20 cornerback in the league, in Darius Slay, asking him what he can do to get better as a wide receiver, because who would know better than Darius Slay, a guy that has matched up and has dominated in his career at the cornerback position, lining up against wide receivers, so he would know what makes a wide receiver great, the little things to watch out for, and just letting Devonta Smith know what he can do to get better. That I love that from Devonta Smith. I love that. Another thing that I love, Nick Sirianni's getting on my nerves when it comes to not saying Jalen Hurts is a starter, but Nick Sirianni's energy is just so infectious. Like, he just makes everything fun. Even watching press conferences is fun with Nick Sirianni, because he just brings an extra level of energy that you have to love. Like, so, you know, some guys are a little more monotone, a little more mundane, but that's not Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni just has that playful, childish energy that you just, it's infectious. And I know that it's rolling over to these guys in training camp and in practice and all that. Guys, I'm super excited. I'm going to look at my notes, see if there's anything else. Oh, another big thing, over 90% of our team has been vaccinated, and Jalen Hurts included is one that has been vaccinated as well. That's huge, 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 because we already know when it comes to the season, we cannot play about the vaccine. We can't play about COVID, because those are going to be losses. That's going to get notched on our record. They're not letting teams do the makeup games anymore. If it's an outbreak, it's just a straight up forfeit. And we know when it comes to the NFC East and it's the NFL in a whole, we need all the wins we can get. When it comes down to the going gets tough, it'll be incredibly insane to have a loss because of a COVID outbreak. So it's so encouraging to know that 90% of our team is on track to be fully vaccinated already. So Jalen Hurts has his too, and you know, stuff trickles down from the top. So top guy, Jalen Hurts, already being vaccinated, 90% of the team being vaccinated, that's going to roll over to everyone else. So that has me super ecstatic as well. Guys, I'm just so excited overall. The season is going to be here quicker, sooner than we know it, guys. It's already about to be August. We're going to hit September 12th versus the Atlanta Falcons. I'm stoked. I know you guys are stoked. Let me know what you are the most excited for this season. Like I said, I'm going to be bringing you guys, of course, more training camp content, recaps. Anything that I see is of important note. I feel like there's a lot of important things to note today. Milton Williams getting into it. Jalen Hurts' powwow, really commanding the leadership just already with the wide receiver group. And then, of course, 90% of the team being vaccinated. Like I said, stick around for that good Sixers talk. About to get into the NBA draft. It's about to be lit, baby. A new Sixer is about to be born. Can't wait to see what we do. And then, of course, we're going to have to talk about some Sixers free agency stuff. And, of course, once we get closer to the Eagles season, we're going to be previewing matchups and getting into all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But until I talk to you guys next time, make sure you like this video. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Bye!